What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen the titles going down. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. Y'all see it in the title. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, y'all.
Forcefully slap.
Oh, and before we get in this video, there'll be 2 other videos dropped tonight. So make sure y'all stand up with me. Got some stuff to cover.
His ex-girlfriend flirting with another man and booze-fueled assault after a star-studded gala. Well, okay. Why isn't he arrested? Let's read. Vice President Kamala Harris's husband assaulted an ex-girlfriend. 3 friends have told the Daily Mail. Second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, he's 59 years old. He struck the woman in the face so hard that she spun around and was sobbing as they were leaving a film festival in France in 2012. One of her friends told the Daily Mail that the woman called him immediately after the incident, sobbing in her cab, described the alleged assault. Other people described the alleged assault. There are photos of the 2 of them together. This man is currently the first gentleman in America. Not very gentlemanly of you, Doug. Lady's a lawyer in New York.
Oh, wow.
When will these allegations come for? Where's the Women's March against Doug Emhoff? Doug Emhoff is a domestic abuser, obviously.
And this is everywhere now.
Of course, not the first time that Doug Emhoff has done something wretched and horrible to physically harm a woman and his own family. The shocking claims follow the revelation that Doug Emhoff cheated on his first wife and mother of 2 kids around 2008, impregnating his daughter's nanny, who worked as her grade school teacher. So he banged the nanny and the teacher. He had a family. He had like a beautiful family. Destroyed his marriage. Emhoff admitted the affair. All of the friends, so there are 3 people who validate the story that Doug Emhoff is an abuser, a domestic abuser, a woman beater.
That's wild.
Told them about the disturbing incident during the relationship. The second gentleman, Emhoff, nonchalantly admitted he impregnated Naylor. Emhoff told the woman who was beaten that the nanny accused him of causing her to have a miscarriage, a friend claimed. Ugh, oh my gosh, what a piece of garbage. Second gentleman allegedly confessed that he paid a settlement of $80,000 and a non-disclosure agreement. He'd previously been dubbed by Democrats a wife guy and a mensch for an honorable, kind man. It's incredible. In recent interviews, he's spoken out about toxic masculinity. Well, look at this. They got Harvey Weinstein in the article. Isn't that interesting?
That's wild.
The allegations strike at the heart of his benevolent image promoted by the Harris campaign. You're going to be shocked to know that they are lying to you. Here's a reporter of the article here, Josh Boswell, saying key details. They were at a celebrity event when he slapped her in the face so hard that she spun around.
That's a serious slap,
the ex said that she tried to get away from him. Doug forced his way in. She's a successful New York lawyer, immediately called a friend the car and told him what happened. They provided photos and messages and documents that helped corroborate their story. Holy smokes. They said Doug was nonchalant the next day and pretended like it was no big deal. He's an abuser. He's an abuser. Hang out with Harvey Weinstein. Jeez. So, yeah, this guy is a piece of garbage. Remember, this is the party of women. We're black today in support of all the survivors of sexual assault and abuse. We won't let them be silenced and ignored. Well, you know, what's crazy is that your husband is why you're wearing that color, I guess. Isn't that interesting?
Wild, y'all. This is absolutely wild.
For some very curious conversations. We always thought Doug Emhoff was a complete creep and weirdo. We made fun of him a lot for this moment when he locked lips with Jill Biden for some reason. Look at this. What a creepy weirdo. I mean, they didn't even try. They knew the entire country was watching. These people, they get off on this kind of stuff. They get off on like the secret, right? Getting away with it. This tweet is still up. We gotta subtweet that one. Goodness gracious. Doug Emhoff, brat, joy, can I watch? You're not keeping it. You're the nanny. Catch these hands, woman. That's right. Through the bottle. Yikes. Yikes. Doug Emhoff, his girlfriend. Oof.
not doing this.
Jen Psaki.
I cannot get in trouble, y'all. I do not want
Part
to.
of how people have talked about your role here is how your role has reshaped the perception of masculinity. And I'm not sure you planned on that, but you are an incredibly supportive spouse. Has that been an evolution for you? And do you think that's part of the role you might play as first gentleman?
It's funny. I've started to think a lot about this. I've always been like this. My dad was like this. And to me, it's the...
So your dad was a abusive wife beater who committed assault against your mother and then impregnated, banged the teacher and the nanny.
All right.
And
crazy.
impregnated her and then destroyed the marriage and then literally kissed another woman on live TV in the mouth. Happens to be the first lady. Then lied during the DNC convention. I got married, became the dad to Cole and Ella. Unfortunately,
still a little sick.
Went through a divorce. Unfortunately, what Doug doesn't say is that his wife divorced him after finding out he cheated with Nanny. This piece of garbage. Just a real piece of garbage. Look at the kids he's raised. Boy, it looks like the kids are totally unaffected by Doug.
I'm not doing
by old
it
goofy
today.
Doug. It's amazing how they do this. Bart Simpson routine. A few days ago, Jen Psaki did Doug Emhoff reshaping the perception of masculinity. Turns out that he assaulted his ex, cheated on his wife, got his nanny pregnant, and now says the nanny said the nanny claimed he caused her to miscarry. This is the masculinity. Somebody should really ask Jen Psaki about this. Really love to hear Jen Psaki's take on this.
I don't know. I feel like it's a lot within that.
Doug Emhoff timeline.
I don't know.
Impregnates child's nanny, physically assaults girlfriend, lectures us on toxic masculinity, hailed as redefining masculinity. Wow. Women, you don't want this, okay? I make something very clear. You don't want this kind of masculinity. This is the Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein style masculinity. Okay? Yeah. Believe me, this is not what you want. Amazing how actually people who should be referring to this individual as a domestic abuser and a monster, because that is what kind of man beats a woman. Like, how will any women stop voting for Kamala Harris because of this? This is a question that you got to ask yourself, right? Like, how broken is the Democrat Party and the PSYOP machine that millions of women will go and vote for this domestic abuser? Very broken. A moment of deep senility on MSNBC where a commentator saying women don't actually want men, like Tim Walz and Doug Emhoff.
Time, I think, on this campaign where we've got kind of two different views of masculinity. I mean, I think as women, perhaps, and I'm sure you've noticed that too, Gene, there's this kind of alpha retro view of masculinity that we're seeing from the Trump campaign. And then you've got Tim Walz and Doug Emhoff, who are both professional men, but are in sort of supportive roles of a woman who's the principal candidate. Yeah. And how they are, and he said something very interesting. He said, look, you can't scold people. You can't tell them you should be more supportive of women and women candidates, and that's going to help everybody. But he hopes that by leading by example, by talking about the fact that he loves his wife, that you can make space for women to rise to the top and it doesn't diminish your masculinity.
So women don't actually want men like this. They're even admitting it on MSNBC. Real women, like Alina Habba, was on our program earlier this morning saying that Kamala Harris needs to drop out of the race. But this is absolutely disturbing and disqualifying. Doug Emhoff is a monster. Here we go. This seems like a crazy question to have to ask, but here we go. Do you believe that beating women is a disqualifying factor in this presidential race? Should Kamala Harris drop out considering this new revelation?
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so. I would hope so.
I don't know how you answer for this. And this is all over the place.
It's called morals.
These are credible reports.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because it's morals, Benny. It's something you and I, it's called morality. It's called having a compass, a moral compass. And that is lacking. When they flip-flop on their policies, it tells you there's no true moral compass. They're just trying to win you over. Like I said, paid actors. That's literally paid actors.
Y'all see it. I mean, it just goes to show you right there. Go show you right there. And honestly, me personally, they got to do something because it is a bad look. First of all, you have a bad look for the simple fact everybody is waking up starting to realize what Kamala and what Tim Walz is about. And then this coming out about Doug and like what they're, I'm telling you, it's more and more people waking up and they're not doing nothing but going down. It's all going down. It's all decreasing. All the votes, trying to do everything that they can, and it's not looking good. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the next videos. Drop tonight, definitely bangers. Big shout outs to Benny and Lena Haba. Catch y'all next one.